Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am Gamion. I will be your game developer for the stream. Mega Kitty is sleeping in another room where I don't have any cameras, and so she's going to be dark for the moment. And I am a AAA developer by day and indie by nights and weekends. And I've been working on a soccer brawler called Field of Heroes for the past 4 years. And just yesterday, we had our a big play test to see if it was ready for the demo. Short answer was yes, but with some very minor caveats that I want to address first. So I'm going to try and knock some of those out tonight. Anyway, so one other thing, I've been playing a game called Microscape. It is an idle MMO for Twitch viewers and Twitch streamers. And basically, it's like any idle MMO. You can gather resources and you can do other cool things and over time and go on have fun with your other streamers, other viewers, and have a good time. So I'm normally not into those things, but it was pretty easy to get into. So anyway, as you can see, I'm playing it in the corner window here. And if you're interested in checking it out, it is just go to the website. It is called microscape.cc, and then you will see that. So give that a check out. So again, this evening, I'm going to go look at reviewing the feedback I got from the demo and see what I'm going to fix today and what I'm going to fix after I launch the demo, which will probably be next week, not accounting for the Steam review time that's going to be that's got to take place first. So with that, let's see. Since Mega Kitty has bailed, I'm going to hide that for the moment. So let me go through. Let me check out the feedback from the playtest real quick. Here we go. Basically in the playtest, it was again yesterday. We had 5 players all together, and we had a blast. We had more fun than any previous playtest. So I logged all the feedback on the stream, but I haven't really organized it into actionable tasks yet. Although I did fix one of the issues since then. So let me look at the bug list here. Oh yeah, Wyvern Breath still possibly insta-killing. So I want to address that, but also I got feedback from someone at work earlier today about the camera, how it follows the players, and I want to play with that as well because I think it's a last-minute change, but it could be very, very cool. Okay, so, and we would do that with what is called a camera modifier. It is a class that is attached to the player controller, well, specifically their camera, and it will, you can do special effects with the camera without actually transforming the camera itself, which is really handy. So let me get up here. Alright, there we go. Yeah, one of the changes I made, this ready button here, used to not have a checkbox on it, and feedback from yesterday was that it was a little confusing because it wasn't really clear whether the ready button was depressed or not. So I added the check mark that only appears when it is pressed in. So I thought that was pretty handy, and in fact I'm going to try it again just to make sure it works. As you can see, this is the demo build, which is you have limited content. Instead of having 9 heroes, you have 6 to choose from. All right, let's force the match to end. Good. So that's looking good right there. Okay. All right, so back to camera modifiers. I forgot where this is plugged in. That's the class, but I wonder, is that a standard match? Let me go to the gym. Okay, I don't remember where that is plugged in. So let's go to danger room empty. Let's see. I wish I remember where that was plugged in. Maybe the match player controller? I wonder if I'm even using it. I should be. Let's test it. There we go. Where are you plugged in from? Unless it's... somewhere else. Ah, yes. Here we go. Oh, and the configuration. Okay, now it makes sense. Yeah, here's where it's plugged in. It really seems like it should be a property of the base class. Hey, Sultan, welcome. I'm good. How are you? So, just working on my online multiplayer soccer brawler. Got feedback from yesterday's playtest, and I want to start trying a few things from that feedback and prioritize the rest for after the demo is out. Do I have a release date? It's going to be after Easter. Will be the demo. So sometime as early as mid next week, we'll have the demo out, and then in summer we'll have the early access out. We being, well, me, because it's a solo dev project. I did hire artists to do the artwork though. Yeah, so you could play next. Technically, you could play right now because the playtest is still up. You can go to the pinned store page and request a playtest, and you can jump right in. And Air Force Game Player, welcome. Is your movie over? Cool. So I think I mentioned before that idle MMO for Twitch streamers, and so while I'm waiting for this compile to finish, I can show you that a little more detail here. So again, so if it's your jam, if it's the kind of thing you like to do, you log in with your Twitch account, you find some stuff to do like building your skills up, which is what I'm doing right now, and you decide to start getting a skill up, and then you just close your browser window and it automatically plays while you're doing whatever you're doing. I think after a few more defense levels, I'm going to switch over to, or attacking levels, I'm going to switch over to cooking. And then once I cook all the chicken meat I've accumulated, then I'm going to fight more difficult enemies to gain XP faster. So, if again, that's your kind of game. Okay, so I'm in the process of, let's see, doing some camera work here. I'll make sure this camera modifier still works. Good, still working. Because I'm going to add another one to make it easier to look around when you're playing the game. And I'll show you what I mean in a moment here. Let's see, so that's match. So we're going to do, let's set that to, let's see, that's using goal scorer. This will be my player controller. Script field heroes. And then modifier movement. Okay, and then let's see, let's go modify camera. Then go here. Okay. So I should hit this breakpoint if I did it right. And then when I hit that breakpoint, then I can get to work on the camera change. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to look over the the list of feedback and start entering some tasks that I want to get done before and after the demo. So here's one that's, okay, going from top to bottom, this one's pretty important. And it is health bars still seem to go to, player health still seems to go to 0 very quickly. And that's one that I want to fix before the demo. And this is, make a comment on this one. I got a comment. Verify that Wyvern Breath is not insta-killing. Because I think it is. But also, I think the damage might be a little high across the board. So that's another thing I'm going to see. And if so, maybe I'll have the abilities deal slightly less damage. The area of effect abilities, mainly. And then let me put another comment in about that. Reduce AoE ability damage. Okay, and then, let's see, I'm not seeing this happen yet. Let me switch to the danger room. That's good, that's what I want to see. So, this is the info that we can change. Location rotation. I don't think I get access to the camera arm, though. Let me see what the other modifier does. Oh, okay, so that just lerps to that. Okay. So it's hard-coded, okay. Good, so, what I want to do is make it so the camera... So you're running to the right of the screen. I want to make it so the camera will go a little ahead of you. So right now, the camera is locked onto you. So you go up or down, left or right, it's always going to be on you. What I want to do is make it so it goes ahead of you in the direction you're going. And that's where I think this is going to come in. So, what do we get from this? Let me do this again. I want to see if we can get the actual actor. Maybe I can get it from here. Random Serenity, welcome. Okay, that's statics. All right, and then, so what can I get? How do I get, okay, camera owner, that's what I want. Player camera manager, okay. I started to download now. Where should I put my feedback after I played? Well, so for the demo, I think I took out the prompt that asks you for feedback when you quit the game. But what you can do is a couple different places you can put your feedback. So you can add it to so you can go to the community page. Where is that? Community hub. And there's going to be one for the demo, but you can go to community hub and make a new discussion, or you can tell me your feedback right here in chat. Or from the game, there's the Discord. The option to join the Discord is on the bottom right. You can join that and give me your feedback in the server. So a couple ways you can do that. Okay, so that's going to be for the demo. Camera owner. And that is a camera manager. Get owner. Is there pawn? I wonder if that's it. Well, let me take a look. Camera owner. Oh, the owner's player control. Okay, what about the pawn? Player state, huh? Get target pawn. Ah, that's what I want. I think. Okay, so I want to make sure that is, oh wait, camera owner, player camera manager, where is that? Camera. Okay, we'll test that, and if it looks good, then I'll start adding more logic. Why is it unhappy? Oh, that's it. I assume I'm the view target. We'll see. And while that's running, what was next? So another new bug. Quick play lobby, your team banner. Not showing when here switches to your team. That I was the one who had that bug yesterday, and other players didn't have that. So I'm gonna get that fixed too. Spectator pawn, that's actually, maybe that is what I want. Here we go. Yes. Okay. So, we're going to take their velocity. Then, let's see. You know what, for fun, I'm going to change, let's see, in and out POV. plus equals pawn val 0.4. Now, if I have a hunch, and if my hunch is correct, then the camera should go pretty far ahead of where I'm going. While that's happening, let's possible not to get... Yeah, I don't know how this happened. So I'm making a new bug. Not to get SVP on the losing team. Again, that I saw that, and I think it was the last match. So I downloaded the VOD from yesterday, so I could look at some of these bugs. So I'll look into that one, but I don't think I'm going to get it actually, that's going to be a post-demo fix, I think. Yeah, there you go. Now, look carefully. So it looks kind of hard to notice on the yeah. But yeah, the point is you can see ahead. So that's what I want. That's what I wanted to see. But you know it's very, very abrupt, you know, very janky. So we're gonna smooth everything out. And how am I going to do that? This is where things start to get fun. And I got to put my thinking cap on for this one. Let's see. Max speed for prediction. 400. Or if we can get a delta time. Oh yeah, here we go. Delta time. Actually, no. Vector current camera delta. Lerp from current to pawn velocity. Let's say, I'm going to pick a random number, say 5. Okay, so we got that alpha. Max speed for prediction. Is that even a thing? Can I do that? Side square 2D. Okay. And then we'll use that. So that should be a smoother transition, I think. Again, I'm just kind of throwing some numbers to see if it works or not. And back to bug tracking. So network jitter was noticeable with the gamepad. I don't actually think I did network testing with the gamepad very strongly, so I'm going to do that. And using gamepad. That one I want to look at before the demo's out. Yes, in this one too. Well, this is going to be a post-demo thing. Lag spike the first time the Yism Desert Sandstorm happens. That's going to be a post-demo fix. All right, coming up, and here we go. Okay, that was way too fast. Okay, let's see how we're looking here. He's not recentering. He should be. The camera should be centering back on him when it's not. That's curious. Okay, let me simplify this a bit. And then wait, that's compile. Registration. I'm going to look at this bug as well, but I don't think I'm going to do much until after the demo on this one. Hearing hit feedback, but health not changing. And we're good. This is fixed, so I don't need to enter a bug for that. By clicking off the buttons in main menu still gives button feedback. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick look at that one. Inconsistent hit feedback, that was from before. Transforms can be okay, so this is another one that I noticed when Prowler is transforming to beast mode. The transformation can be interrupted and cancel when not dying just by getting hit. Okay, so let's see the camera thing now. Okay, that's more what I expected. We're going to want to cap that, lower that speed cap a bit though. Oh, this is where I should probably make the cap. Okay, that's more like it. Ready? Okay, this is fixed. Felt powerful as Prowler. Maybe tune the Prowler roll damage down just a bit. Okay, we're going to reduce the lerp time a bit. This is pretty crazy right there. And maybe the speed just a bit. I want to start subtle. So we'll say 300 max speed. Lerp rate will be, let's double that, see how it feels. Okay. See here, waiting on the post-match. That is a task I'm going to do for after the demo. I already know that one. Okay, another one. It might be easy fruit, or low-hanging fruit as it's called. Proclamation, because it takes a long time to warm up. Oh, that's still really fast. Oh, that's because I doubled it. Whoops. Should be more like, what were we at? 5? Let's do 2. Okay, and what else? Holding the main attack and heroes is standing still. Torso rotates, but the legs do not. Looks a bit janky. Yeah, I'll put that one in. That's definitely post-demo. Okay, so we need the... Alright, here's what we need. We need the snapback to be faster than going away. Lerp out rate and lerp in rate should be faster. Greater than, let's see, current camera delta. Actually, this should be target, for readability, target camera delta. Okay, I think that's what I want. Greater than current. Okay. So that should make it so when as I'm running forward, the camera will slowly go ahead of me. But if I stop running forward, the camera should bounce back quickly. Meanwhile, let's see. Dying too quickly. Yeah, this goes back to health bar issue. I'm going to deal with both in the same task. Ready button isn't clear enough. I had to fix that. Okay, so not always clear until I see animation. Celebrate with kills extra feedback. I'll put that in as a maybe. Definitely not before the demo. As far as actually doing it all, that's a maybe. Yeah, that's better. But still, the lerp in should be faster. And lerp out should be slower. Okay, and then let's see how that looks. And it looks like I gotta jump in the microscape real quick because I just gained a level. Attack is level 14. Let's see how much chicken I have for cooking. Oh, 1,100. That's good. Okay, and then I'm gonna, let's see, refresh the Microscape in the corner of my screen here. Let's see how that looks. And I guess you could make the argument that maybe the cursor, maybe the screen should go in the direction of the cursor. So even if I'm running to the right, if I'm looking at the left, I want to know what's going on the left. Yeah, I should think more on this. Yeah, that's definitely not going to get done tonight. But I'm going to keep what I have here so far. Moves the camera. Ahead of where the player is. Should we use the locus or running speed? And that's a question I got to figure out on my own. I'm going to keep the changes. I just want to think on it a little more. Because there is another game, actually, that this reminds me of. Let's see if we can find that. Yes, here we go. Cold Canyon. So look at now. Notice this. Look at how I can see as I move around the cursor that the camera will move with it. I'm wondering if I should do this for mine. Let's see what happens. So when he runs, let's say it's cursor's on him. So there's a little bit of that. Hard to tell. No, I think it's still moving on the cursor. So yeah, there's some of that movement as well when he runs and with the cursor. So there's both. Okay, so I want time to think about that and see what I want to do. And let me make sure that this works originally without so that my change is inert. Make sure that's still working. And while that's happening, let me see extra feedback. Yeah, dying too fast, same thing. Yeah, so looks like to do a little bit of damage reduction, I think. Responsive abilities, yeah, that's good feedback there. Let's add that to the list. Okay, so now we're back to normal. Okay, so I'm going to save these changes and make a new task for this for after the demo. I'm not sure I don't already have it first. Okay. Have the camera move ahead of the hero as they run or look around. There. Okay, so I didn't break anything, but I don't want to lose that code because it was a good start. change a few things, of course. Let me make sure I'm on the correct branch. This is the demo branch. Okay, so we'll say intermediate commit for having the camera move ahead of the player when they run or look. And then before I make any more changes, I want to merge that to my main branch. Okay, I don't see how that would cause a conflict. Okay. Yeah, I don't see how that would cause a conflict. That's good. We're still going to do development in the main branch, though. Okay, let's have a look here. Okay, let's see what else we got here. More unintentional interceptions and successful passes. I'm going to take the second part of that comment and make that into a task. Okay, good. Everything else, make sure this still works. Good. Back to the demo branch. And continue. Let's see. Health bar should reflect amount of health. More health would have more pips. Okay. That's interesting. So the health bars are a percentage of health, but they're not actually bigger if you have more health. That's a really good point. But I'm not going to fix that for the demo. At least not before the demo's out. Okay, move the camera ahead of where you're going. It's based on speed. And what else? Okay, that was it. So let me go down and knock out just the really easy stuff, starting with the Wyvern Breath. So we're going to switch over to Goothorn. Oh, he's already the pawn. And Wyvern Breath. So we're going to use his special ability and see if that instant caps someone. Or it could just do nothing. Oh yeah, it does instant cap. Let's have a look at that. In fact, damage per second. Oh. So we have a knockdown collider. Okay, so that is instant. And not a fan of that. We're gonna have it do damage instead. So this knockdown's gonna get ripped out. We're gonna put in some damage. Let's see. What do I want? So we'll need a setting for Matt's first quest. Welcome. It's going pretty good. I had a big demo playtest last night, and it was a smashing success. But that didn't mean there wasn't feedback that I wanted to address before I release the demo, which will be as early as next week. So after 4 years of this, I'm finally getting the demo out. And the demo is going to be a stepping stone to early access and to Next Fest, because you have to have a demo to participate in Next Fest. So if I can get in Next Fest, then my dreams will partly come true. So we'll say knockdown, or let's see. We're going to change the name of that collider too, because that's knockdown is not going to knock down anymore. We're going to say breath collider. And we're going to have breath damage. And we'll get to that breath damage in a minute. So, well, appreciate it. I just really gotta get with the marketing though. I mean, I'm starting to make a couple of shorts, and by a couple, I mean I got plans for at least a dozen. I want to get 2 dozen over the next month when the demo's out, and I want to see if I can get shorts that maybe overlap the footprint of FIFA, because it's FIFA season. And I think, hey, what better time of year than World Cup time to try to get the game known around. So anyway, damage. All right, now let's try my train of thought. Let's see. Damage, Wyvern Wing. Okay, we'll do that. Let's see. GE damage, Wyvern Breath. GE damage. breath collider. Okay. So we got that. Let's look at the damage a bit. Okay, so this will... Oh, disable regen, that's normal. Melee damage. Yeah, it kind of is for our context. And then here's the damage, Wyvern Ring damage. So we want Wyvern Breath Collider damage. So what we got to do is go in the table. This is where the things are going to get fun. You're going to like this. So we're going to go to my data source. And where would this be? CT abilities. And this is the damage table for the abilities in the game. So I want to look for Wyvern Breath. Here we go. Wyvern Breath. Damage per set. Okay, that's the ground damage. Collider damage. What was it going to give that? So if someone is in the path of that breath, let's do 30 damage. That's about half health. That's plenty. Collider damage. So we'll save that, and then we'll re-import the table. Collider damage. That's 30. Okay, so then we'll need to apply that damage. So that will be apply gameplay effect. Wait a minute, I want to get the, where's my, I think I'm the instigator. I want to do other actor. Yeah, because I am, the hero is the instigator, so we'll do apply damage, oh no, apply gameplay effect. Okay, I think this will work. I'm gonna keep the old stuff around just in case I change my mind, but I doubt I will. And then we do the breath damage here. Alright, let's see how it works now. Oof. That was a bit much. That should have been a one-off. That should have been a one-shot. So why did that happen twice? Oh, test hero. Yeah, I'm going to do some extra testing here. So let's make a new function. Handle breath collider overlap. Alright, let's try it again. For some reason, it doesn't seem to think this is an enemy. Let's have a look at that again. Oh, okay. Because team is not 0. Okay. Okay, because I'm on team 0, that's why it's not working. So if I switch to another team, it should work then. Yeah, but that was... Let's see. So let me do this and let me see how many times hello gets printed, because maybe I'm doing too much damage. Just once. Okay, so I'm doing too much damage in one hit. Let's have a look at that. Wyvern Breath Collider. Alright, what am I missing here? 30 damage. What am I missing? So that's not much damage. He has how much health? 45. So he's got 45 health. Unless, maybe the old version is still getting called. No, it's not. Okay, there's something else in the effect that I probably need to fix. Oh, duration. Oh, it should be instant. That's the problem. Oh, target tags. Okay, fair enough. So that wouldn't work. But that should be fine. I thought that was going to fix it. What if I did like 3? Then how it would look? Oh, so it's... But there is no duration. Oh, it has a period though. Maybe that's the problem. Let's make that instant no period. No, it's still not working. I may have to make that from scratch. Okay, this is brand new, unabridged. So let's go here. And what are we going to do? Apply instant. And let's do melee tag. And we'll copy the executions, but that's it. So let's look at the nameplate. So we got 45 health. I don't get it. We do a lower magnitude. Say it's 3 damage. Okay. 15 damage. Oh, because he's standing in the fire, that's why. Alright, now it all makes sense. So 30 then is a pretty high number then, considering that he's going to take damage on the ground. So let's make that... Let's do it 15... No, I'll do 20. 20 is good. So it's 20 damage if he's running around. If he stays there, then he's dead. Yeah, I don't think that looks good. Okay. And then while I'm at it, Wyvern Breath, hard to see the particle animation because it takes a long time to warm up. So they're referring to the aiming. So this, I think it needs to be more visible instantly. So let's go back here. Actually, what particles were we using anyway? Oh, it's fiery ground effects. Oh. No, we need to make that a little bigger. So let's do emissives, flame scale, point, maybe spawn rate 200. That's better. Okay, and then let's put that in the can. Wyvern Breath is now Wyvern Breath player aiming path is now more visible, and when a player is in the path of the breath, they now take 20 damage instead of knocking down immediately. And let's move that on to the main branch. Cool. Okay, let me go through this list here and knock out the stuff that I'm not going to do before the demo is out. Health bar, let's see, let's start from the, let's see, Very Health seems to go to 0 very quickly. So I'm going to do a slight damage rebalance of the abilities. Quick play lobby, your team banner not showing, Hero switches teams. Going to try to repro that. If I can't, then I'm just going to kick that to after the demo is released. Not possible to get SVP on losing team. I'm going to look at the math behind that. Let's see, notable network jitter when using the gamepad. I want to take a quick look at that. Lag spike, that's going to be a post-demo thing. Hit registration, I'm going to take a quick look at that, but I don't suspect I'll be doing anything pre-demo. Clicking off the buttons in the main menu still gives button feedback. Let's see. Oh, here's some easy knockout. Post-match ready up button. See, you're waiting on the post-match, post-demo. RTC product lamination's done. Health bar pips, post-demo. Okay. Prowler roll ability damage. Okay, so again, that's easy. I can just go into abilities, tumble, damage 20. So let's, okay, so that's just shy of half. Let's get that down to, let's do 10. Oh, let's do 15, and I can make it go further down if I want. Because here's the thing, I mean, by itself, 15 damage, that's like a third of your health. You know, on second thought, I think I'm going to do 10. Okay, so it's just under a quarter of your health. But here's the thing, a lot of the time, players are going to be clustered together getting the ball. So this 10 is going to be compounded by other players dealing damage. So you're going to have the roll, you're going to have other abilities, you're going to have ranged weapons, melee weapons. So really, I think, yeah, cutting this in half is the move I want to make. And I'll adjust it later depending on player feedback. Actually, you know what? On second thought, let's set that to 20 for the moment because I want to roll that into the other task I had about the overall damage. So let me go back to this filter. Braille seems to go to 0 very quickly. Yeah, reduce AoE ability damage. Reduce prowler roll damage. So this part's done. So let's put that in strike through. And then I'm going to close as a duplicate. There we go. Okay, what's next? Okay, live team banner, SVP, network jitter, hit registration. Gonna look at that. Clicking buttons off the main menu still give. I want to understand this one a little better. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can repro that. Transferring to beast mode, transform can be interrupted and canceled when they're not dying. Okay, that's a legit concern. When holding the main attack while standing still, torso, no, it's post-demo. Should give feedback, extra feedback when killing enemies, post-demo. Abilities like to be more responsive. I'll look at this one, but I don't plan on doing much. I may do part of it before the demo is out. Get as hard as I can. Caught by the enemy 1 foot away if he hasn't in the path of the ball. Okay, so a number of these I just need to try and repro and fix if I can. If I can't repro it easily, then I'll just punt it to after the demo is out. But now let me take a look at what I've changed. So as you can see from the branch explorer, I've made a this is where I branched into the demo, and then I made a bunch of changes to both, keeping them in sync except for the demo content. Oh, so let me switch this back to the demo. There we go. So yeah, I'm maintaining 2 branches right now, the demo branch and the main branch, and the demo's going to be around for quite a while. So again, I just need to go through these. Let's look at this one real quick with the main menu. So off to the main menu we go. Well, that's funky. So if I mouse over a button, well, if I click on a button, then it responds. But if I'm not clicking on the button, yeah, it makes a clicking sound. That's strange. Let's have a look at that. Nice swashbuckling fox, welcome. So where's the click handler? Okay, let me try to test this out. That is weird. It's not clicking. What if there's something else I'm doing here? So that's the button. Yeah, I'm not using any of these overrides here. So where's that click coming from? Oh, is it this? Oh. Huh, that is it. This is focus. Things already has focus. But does it lose focus? 2? Let's see. And Swashbuckling Fox, thank you for the hour for Microscape. Huh. Okay, so it is losing focus and then getting it back. Air Force Game Player, welcome. Actually, you've already been here. You've already been watching. You're just showing the popcorn now. So it loses focus, then gains it right back. Okay. So what happens is when I click anywhere in space, then the button will lose focus, then gain it right back. I want to make it not lose focus when I click out somewhere in space. How do I do that? I don't want it to lose focus if I just click. Maybe I need a invisible, something invisible that won't let me lose it. I don't know, that's kind of a risky thing though. Look at the background. Maybe there's something I can do about that. Okay, so that's not focusable. None of these things are focusable. It just loses focus and then gets it back. You know what? I think in the interest of time, I'm just going to punt that one to after the demo. But at least I get a repro on it. That seems like a minor issue altogether. Oh yeah, network jitter using the gamepad. Let's see, not possible to get SVP. I'm looking at the SVP calculation. Actually, I have to look at the VOD, I think. So, I am now streaming last night's stream. So I'm going to go to where that last MVP was. The SVP wasn't right here. I think that was, yeah, this is it. So there's no SVP here. And there should be. So we have goals. We have takedowns and the like, but no SVP. There's the MVP, and then I think, let me check past matches. Oh, they didn't have one there either. Okay, let me keep looking back. No one's getting SVP. Huh. Okay. Let's see if we can get that to... Let's see if we can repro that. Okay. There. Just going to play a quick round, and then I'm going to force the match to end. Wow, that was pretty funny. It's trying to load textures and animations and all this stuff, and it's making the game go nuts. This is only something you'd see in the Unreal Editor. Okay, I'm going to force the match to end, and let's see if I can get the SVP calculation. Okay, it's not a tie. Take all player aggregate stats into consideration by referring to the valuable player stats table. Okay, 0.27. Okay. Best player index is found. So we granted that. Okay, and we just logged player. Guthorn is team 1 is SVP. Okay, that worked. Now let's look at the leaderboard. Yeah, there's SVP right there. Figures, it's not yet here. No SVP. Oh, yeah, this one had one, but why? It's going to take, I'm going to need a deeper look on this one. But this happened to about half the games last night, so I want to take a deeper look first. Network jitter using the gamepad. Let me see if I can repro that locally. Actually, no, I need two computers for that. Transferring to beast mode. Transformation can be interrupted and canceled. I remember the mechanism was for canceling a montage when someone gets hit. Yeah, so that's where this is where it's getting canceled. It's just what is canceling that montage? Let me have a look at the damage here. Damage ranged. Maybe it was a hit react. No, that couldn't have been it. And now that one's gonna have to, I'm gonna have to look deeper into that one. Okay, as hard as I can, silently caught. And 1 foot away. I'm gonna punt that one to post demo, but I'm gonna make it one of the first things I look at. Player health still seems to go to 0 pretty quickly. Alright, so we got these tasks still to go through. Okay, I think I'm going to tackle these maybe tomorrow. And then submit the demo for review by Steam. So, but yeah, it's been, so I worked a full day of AAA today, and then I just kind of did some of this, and I think I want to take a break, kick back a little bit, find someone else to rate us off to. You know, I haven't rated us off to in either a long time or ever is Adventure Pro Jim. He is making kind of a retro. Well, like I say, he's making more of a kind of this cool retro game. It's sort of a throwback to the Wolfenstein kind of days. So I'm going to rate off to him and see what he thinks. So thanks everyone for stopping in this unscheduled stream this evening. I got a bunch of stuff done. A little more to do before I push the demo out, but it is going to be available after Easter, and I'm very looking forward to get it out and for everyone to enjoy it. So with that, I will send you off to Adventure Pro Jim. And again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you probably Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time.